On Saturday, while working with the team, we went to the Bahia Principe Hotel for the vaccination blitz, which was for persons 50 years and older. Between walking back and forth in the parking lot, checking on persons, I noticed an elderly gentleman walking with a female as well, and he didn't look very sturdy. So I approached them and I asked what was happening. The woman informed me that he wasn't able to go any further. And by the time she said that, he started leaning forward. So I held on to him and I asked him, "Do you trust me?" To which he said, "Yes." And I asked him a second time and he said yes again. So I looked at him and I said, "Do you trust me enough to carry you?" He said yes. And he said, "Are you sure?" He said yes. So I took off my hat and I gave it to the lady that was accompanying him. And I also took his cane and I handed it to her. So I lifted him and I started walking towards the main entrance for them.
How was it carrying that weight? Did you do it all at once or did you have to pause somewhere along the way?
I didn't pause, but I didn't really take note of the weight, really. I just had it in my head that he needed to get to the main gate.
And you took him to the gate and...
I didn't get to the gate. There was this gentleman that was like, "Oh my God, I have to record this." And he started recording. And no, I don't know him. And sometime after walking for a while, he said, he offered to help. So I said, okay. And I gave the gentleman to him. It was quite a walk. It was quite a walk before he started recording. About a minute before he started recording, I was walking with him. It was a bit difficult to breathe because of the mask. And then he did have a little weight to him. I'm not very good at guessing weight, so I would say about between 120 and 130, based on what I think. But the most difficult part was the breathing and my concern for him because he said that the batons and such on my belt were squeezing him. So I was concerned about him as well. I grew up with my grandmother and my grandfather, and my grandmother was crippled for some years, for quite a bit of years. And over the years, taking her to the doctor, I would have had the experience of having to lift her from the house to the vehicle, sometimes up staircases to get to the doctor's office. So yeah, my grandma was one of the main reasons that when I saw him that I reached out to help. I thought it would have ended at the hotel because after it happened, the gentleman who recorded it, he kept saying to me, "You are my hero," but I didn't think it would have been posted and it would have gotten this big now. I'm happy with what I did. Like he said, it wasn't done for attention, but I'll continue to just be me, do good, and to continue to learn from my superiors.